Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Zikr, chapter 54, the moon, Surah Al Qamar. A Meccan surah dealing mainly with the punishment dealt out to the previous generations of disbelievers. These are presented as a warning to the disbelievers of Mecca with the refrain, "Will anyone take heed?" running throughout the surah. Finally, the treatment of the disbelievers on the Day of Judgment is contrasted to the everlasting bliss the believers will enjoy. The title is taken from verse 1 and is a reference to the Day of Resurrection. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of God, the Lord of mercy, the giver of mercy. The hour draws near, the moon is split, yet whenever the disbelievers see a sign, they turn away and say, "Same old sorcery." They reject the truth and follow their own desires. Everything is recorded, although warning tales that should have restrained them have come down to them, far-reaching wisdom. But these warnings do not help, so Prophet, turn away from them. On the day, the summoner will summon them to a horrific event. Eyes downcast, they will come out of their graves like swarming locusts, rushing towards the summoner. The disbelievers will cry, "This is a stern day." Before them, the people of Noah rejected the truth. They rejected our servant, saying, "He is mad." Noah was rebuked, and so he called upon his Lord, "I am defeated, help me." So we opened the gates of the sky with torrential water, burst the earth with gushing springs. The waters met for a preordained purpose. We carried him along on a vessel of planks and nails that floated under our watchful eye, a reward for the one who had been rejected. We have left this as a sign. Will anyone take heed? How terrible my punishment was, and the fulfillment of my warnings. We have made it easy to learn lessons from the Qur'an. Will anyone take heed? The people of Ad also rejected the truth. How terrible my punishment was, and the fulfillment of my warnings. We released a howling wind against them on a day of terrible disaster. It swept people away like uprooted palm trunks. How terrible my punishment was, and the fulfillment of my warnings. We have made it easy to learn lessons from the Qur'an. Will anyone take heed? The people of Thamud also rejected the warnings. They said, "What? A man? Why should we follow a lone man from amongst ourselves? That would be misguided, quite insane. Would a message be given to him alone out of all of us? No, he is an insolent liar." Tomorrow they will know who is the insolent liar, for we shall send them a she-camel to test them. So watch them, Saleh, and be patient. Tell them the water is to be shared between them. Each one should drink in turn. But they called their companion, who took a sword and hamstrung the camel. How terrible my punishment was, and the fulfillment of my warnings. We released a single mighty blast against them, and they ended up like a fence maker's dry sticks. We have made it easy to learn lessons from the Qur'an. Will anyone take heed? The people of Lut rejected the warnings. We released a stone-bearing wind against them, all except the family of Lut. We saved them before dawn as a favor from us. This is how we reward the thankful. He warned them of our onslaught, but they dismissed the warning. They even demanded his guests from him. So we sealed their eyes. Taste my terrible punishment and fulfillment of my warnings. And early in the morning a punishment seized them that still remains. Taste my terrible punishment and the fulfillment of my warnings. We have made it easy to learn lessons from the Qur'an. Will anyone take heed? The people of Pharaoh also received warnings. They rejected all our signs, so we seized them with all our might and power. Are you disbelievers any better than these? Were you given an exemption in the scripture? Do they perhaps say, "We are a great army and we shall be victorious"? Their forces will be routed and they will turn tail and flee. But the hour is the appointed time. The hour is more disastrous and more powerful. Truly, the wicked are misguided and quite insane. On the day when they are dragged on their faces in hell, feel the touch of hell. We have created all things in due measure. When we ordain something, it happens at once, in the blink of an eye. We have destroyed the likes of you in the past. Will anyone take heed? Everything they do is noted in the records. Every action, great or small, is recorded. The righteous will live securely among the gardens and rivers, secure in the presence of an all-powerful sovereign. Ameen. Sadaqallah al-Azim.